Shut up and sit down.
It's Foxtrot, guys. Today I've got another video for you. This time I'm going to be unboxing the Corsair H115 RGB PLATINUM liquid CPU cooler. Now this is a replacement for my H60 liquid CPU cooler, which is pretty old now, and due to a case upgrade I've got more room. There are hundreds of different liquid coolers on the market, as I'm sure you know. If you're wondering which brand to go for, Corsair's performance and looks added to their fantastic 5-year warranty, which not only covers the cooler, but any damage done to other parts if the cooler leaks, makes them the only choice for me. Now, the cooler requires the Corsair iQ software, which is a single interface intended to control all Corsair hardware, from RGBs to programming your computer mouse. I'll leave a link to that in the description of this video. In terms of the cooler I chose, I could have taken the H100 no problem. The only reason I went for the H115i is because it was on offer at the time that I was buying, and it's bigger, so why not? The H115 is the 140mm fan version of this cooler, as opposed to the H100's 120mm fans. Now this should mean more airflow at less speed, so it should be quieter than the H100. Let's just hope it fits in my case. Okay, so a look at the outside of the box. On the front you've got what the cooler should look like when it's turned on with the RGBs. As you can see, the RGBs are around the outside of the cooler itself, not just on the fans. On the bottom you've got socket compatibility on the left hand side there, hopefully you can see that. And on the very back you've actually got the dimensions of the cooler itself. Now these are obviously more important, because if it doesn't fit in your case you shouldn't be buying it, or you should be getting an upgrade onto your case. I will put these dimensions in the description of the video again, hopefully help you guys out choosing which cooler to go for. Right, let's get it open then. I'm not actually too sure how to open this box, so I'll take the plastic off first. I'm probably going to rip the box again. Not on purpose, sorry. Right. No, I have no idea how to open this. This is like a puzzle. I need someone to make a video on how to unbox a H115i, and then I'll watch that and do this video again. This is impossible. I might just have to rip the box. I literally have no idea. Oh my god, there we go. Right, slides open like that. So this is a video on how to unbox a H115i, as well as what's in the box of the H115i. So let's get this open then. I'm excited. Okay, the warranty guide. As I said, Corsair's 5-year warranty. It's one of the leading warranties on the market, and also it covers the damage to any other parts in your computer if your liquid cooler leaks. Setup guide and a guide to the different coolers. Won't be using that. What we've got here then? So this is the actual main cooler. So the cooler itself, you can see the size of the radiator there, 280mm sized radiator to accommodate those two massive 140mm fans. And then the actual cooler pre-installed with the Intel socket, I believe. And also you see there I've just pulled the box off to cover it, but that's the heatsink paste in there. I think it was actually already off, so I'll stick that back on there to keep that covered. I have got more heatsink paste if I need to reapply it. I might do, looking at that, it does look a bit iffy. So you can see the connections on the back. There's a lot of connections on there. You've got the SATA connection, probably the RGB headers there, as well as the fan connectors. And then here we've got the two absolutely massive 140mm ML140 Pro RGB fans. Two of those. And you've also got the RGB header cable there that goes directly into the CPU cooler. Something else in here. So there's all the screws and the different motherboard spacers, mounts. We've got the back plate for the Intel mount to go on the back of your motherboard, and then that's I think that's the front mount for the AMD socket. I don't know, I won't be using that one, I'll be using the Intel. So I guess this will be the back for the Intel socket, or the front. Yeah, that's the back. Anything else in there? Okay, so that's it, nice and simple. I guess I'll have to follow the guide a little bit because there's a few more cables than I was expecting on there. So I'm going to have a look at what they want me to do with that. I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of case modification to get this in as well, in the position I want, but we'll see later on in the video. So I'll get this in the computer now and I'll show you how it looks after. So, you may have noticed a bit of damage when I removed the radiator from the box. Here's the screen grab of it. I missed it when I was unboxing, but certainly saw it whilst installing. The bottom right section of the radiator fins are smashed in, as if something has been dropped on them. I have to say, I'm massively disappointed about this. The box is absolutely fine, so it's clearly an accident that occurred either in manufacturing or packing. Nonetheless, I decided to go ahead and install the cooler, and luckily it looks like the damage hasn't affected the performance. But Corsair, if you are watching this, you've let me down. So it's in and it's running. After slight case modification, I managed to fit it in there. You'll have to excuse the camera, it's all I've got to work with at the moment. I've gone for a front mount with pull fans. Obviously there's many arguments for how to mount your cooler. I went with this option because I wanted the RGBs shining on the lower section of my case, and I wanted the fans to be pulling air into the case. If I change my mind, I can always swap the position easy enough. The temperatures I'm getting on my i5-9600K CPU are, when idle, 32 degrees. Under load on a stress test, it went no higher than 53 degrees, and whilst I've been gaming, the CPU's gone no higher than 40 degrees C. So I'm really happy with those temperatures. I still need to get to grips with the iCUE software, but for now the default speed and RGB effects are fine, and those RGBs look fantastic. Despite the damage, I am happy with my Corsair H115I RGB PLATINUM. It's another step in the right direction for future-proofing my system. that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please leave a comment to say so. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also let me know what you'd like to see next. Thanks.